y is 3 x minus 1.
Okay, when people were doing this question, there were lots of puzzled looks. I gave a hint, first of all, in the lesson. The first thing to do would be to move the plus y squared over to the other side. So if we move that plus y squared over to the other side, and then I said, do something clever to it. What was the doing something clever to this? How? Using what? You said factorise. Because it's an example of difference of two squares, yeah. That is 1 squared take away y squared. It's the difference of two squares. That's something that you need to spot. So it's 1 and y written down in brackets, once with a plus, once with a minus. Then what could you do to make life easier? Yeah, bring this 1 minus y over to this side where it will be a dividing. So you've got these things here already. Now you're dividing by a 1 minus y, so they cancel. And you are left with dy dx equals 1 plus y, which doesn't look half as scary as what you had to start with. Okay. Now it's separate your variables and integrate. Keep the y's over here because there's a dy at the top of the fraction. So move that 1 plus y down here. Move the dx up to the top of the other side. So you've separated the variables and then you're integrating. So what we need to do now is integrate this, and I'm going to rewrite that in case it makes it easier for people. That is the same as that. I just put a 1 on the top and I've written the letter at the beginning. What is that an example of, or how do you do that integration? Logs, because the bottom there, if we call that bottom some function of y, the top is its derivative. What we've got there is a fraction. The derivative of y plus 1 is 1. So it's a derivative over the function. And we said the red box rule for that is it's log of the function. So when you integrate that, you just get log of y plus 1. So that's coming from there to there. Integrate the right hand side. Again, imagine there's a 1 there if you want to. That's x plus c. So when you've done your integration, that's what you get. Then you're told that x is 0 and y is 2. So if you put that in over here, we're going to get log of 2 plus 1 equals 0 plus c. So I know c is log 3. So if I continue going and rewrite that line, I now get log of y plus 1 equals x plus log 3. You were told you want your answer as y equals something. Various things you can do from here. I would get all the log stuff probably onto one side. So if you move that log 3 over here to make it a negative, you could then combine those now. Log of something minus log of something, how can you combine that? Yeah, log of the first thing divided by the second thing. Now log is only written down once. That's an improvement. So now, if you just anti-log both sides, or on the left, the log will disappear. On the right, you'll get e to the right-hand side. We wanted it as y is a function of x. So now I will move the 3. And then I will move the 1, and Billy will be happy because that's the answer I heard him say earlier on. And that is the final answer for that question. So there were 6 marks for getting that far. So let's go down through here and see how the marks were allocated. If you got down to here, so if you'd managed to do that integration and get that line, so if you got there, that was worth 3 marks. So, first of all, I'm going to give a mark for separating the variables and integrating. If you got that line, 2 marks, I'm going to say if you got that line, 1 mark. So it's 3 marks to there. Then if you manage to find out what C was, that's your 4th mark. And then over here, if you manage to manipulate this, I will say, let's say, if you got that far, 5 marks, and then 6 marks for the end. So that's question 2.